Now, going over to the political part of the podcast, you have Vivek Ramaswamy on Birthright Citizenship going viral. Now, this is on his personal Twitter, or as 18 people call it, X. And it is a mixture of text as well as a little video from the CNN Highlight Town Hall in Des Moines. Or if you're not from Iowa or you just don't know about Iowa, you'll call it Des Moines. Very similar to how people who have never been to Illinois, they'll call it Illinois. It's Illinois. But nevertheless, Vivek says, quote, "The kid of a Mexican diplomat who is in this country legally doesn't enjoy birthright citizenship. Well, neither does a kid of an illegal alien either. Here's what the 14th Amendment says. All, quote, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States," unquote. And this got 1.1 million views and 11,000 likes. So interestingly enough, not the usual like ratio he usually enjoys when he hits over a million views. Usually he's getting between maybe 16 and 26,000 likes when it comes to those types of comments. And there's a quick video, so without further ado, I'll play the video right now.
Would end birthright citizenship
for the kids of illegal
migrants,
yes.
Immigrants. There are currently millions of such people, children, some of them adults. Would you retroactively strip them?
Great question, Abby. So I'm glad you asked that. Prospectively. So January 20th, 2025 forward, there is a concept in the law known as a reliance interest. If you've relied on the government, we're not going to be able to retroactively date that. But from January 20th, 2025 going forward, if I'm the president, if you're born in this country as the kid of an illegal immigrant, you will not enjoy birthright citizenship. And that's what the 14th Amendment says. It says it only applies subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That's in the opening section of the 14th Amendment when it talks about birthright citizenship. So in the same way, and I want people to understand this because some people call this a controversial view. I don't think it needs to be. The kid of a Mexican diplomat who's here legally and he's born in the United States, that person doesn't enjoy birthright citizenship. Nobody contests that. Well, if the kid of a Mexican diplomat who's here legally does not enjoy birthright citizenship, neither does or should the kid of a Mexican or Venezuelan migrant who's here illegally. And there's been case law on this at the appellate court level. The one case that's been ruled agrees with me on this. I believe the current Supreme Court agrees with me 6-3 on this. All we need is a president with a spine who, I go back to that first question, Abby, understands the Constitution. If I'm going to swear an oath to the Constitution, I better darn well have read it.
You suggest,
So as I said, not as many likes as usual, but let's go in the comments and see if they are the usual ratio. Perhaps this is more of a 50-50 split? Let's dive in the comments and find out. Going to the comments, one of the very top ones comes from Atal Agar. And he says, quote, 1% of Indians contribute 6% of U.S. GDP and have to wait 134 years to get a green card. These people are doctors, scientists, and engineers. What about such people, Vivek, who are legally waiting for 134 years in the green card backlog, unquote. Got 281 likes, and also highlights the ineptitudes of the immigration system in the United States. I'm not sure if it really is 134 years to get a green card, but I think many people would say your application should be expedited if you have certain unique skill sets that are especially important to the economy and contribute to society. It'll be interesting to see, does that message gain any traction? But going down to Mr. Paul Susa, who's the second top comment, he says, quote, birthright citizenship needs to go as all of the quote-unquote dreamers. Deport illegal immigrants, including their kids, even if they're born in the U.S. Illegals shouldn't be rewarded for cheating the system. They'll just encourage more bad behavior, unquote. That got 611 likes, which, of course, I can't help but think that's what a lot of politicians want since I was a kid, this has been a political issue, which is why, like a lot of political issues, I don't think there will ever be real solutions. They just want to have it perpetually a problem so they can always raise funds to campaign on it, both on the left and the right. Now, in terms of rewarding the negative behavior, that's absolutely true. That's what we've seen time and time again. The government just forgives negative behavior and you get more of it. And this is not subject to only this particular subject. That comes to many concepts in life. Again, that got 611 likes. And for the record, my family did not swim here. We actually came from a plane from Cuba. Fun fact. Redwave Press says, quote, it's time to enact mass deportations in this country. We need to stop incentivizing people to come to this country illegally. Immigrants are ruining this country. Follow if you agree, unquote. Got 242 likes. Now, obviously, I don't agree with the second part. Illegal immigrants are causing economic stress on the system. legal immigrants, they actually create more businesses. They create businesses at a higher rate than people who are actually born here. I think partially because maybe they don't feel, in those cases, they have an entitlement. They're coming to this country to start something. They know not to take anything for granted. Granted, I'm not saying every single person is having that mindset, but they do start businesses at a higher rate than people who were born here. Now, that being said, I suppose I'm an outlier since I started multiple businesses, but nevertheless, going down to the other comments, someone by the name of Ryajum Devayam says, quote, the Mexican diplomat child has diplomatic immunity and therefore not subject to U.S. jurisdiction. Illegal aliens are subject to U.S. jurisdiction, so this will not stand a judicial test. You have to amend the Constitution to end birthright citizenship, unquote. I got 56 likes. Cyber Insecurity says, quote, the more I hear from Vivek recently, the more I think he is our best path forward. I'm waiting to see how he does in the initial primaries to see if he has a chance, unquote. Got 34 likes. Common Sense Prevails says, quote, yes, someone who finally gets it, unquote. Got 58 likes. Sharon Henry says, quote, I like Ramaswamy if Trump for some reason doesn't make it in the election, unquote. Getting 60 likes. A Music says, quote, they don't care about fundamental rights of our citizens. They just want control on everybody from our food to breath, unquote. Got 44 likes. Let's see. Classic Liberal Caucus says, quote, Mr. Ramaswamy, are you aware that your social media team is out here on the internet arguing with illegal immigrants, have diplomatic immunity, and can't be arrested, unquote? Getting 26 likes. The White Rabbit says, quote, wise speech, they don't belong here, so, unquote, getting 37 likes. Anarchy says, quote, they don't care about the fundamental rights of citizens, they just want control on everything from our food to our breath. Join the resistance, unquote. Wolf emoji, interestingly enough. Got 47 likes. Let's see here. Zeus says, quote, you like him or may not like him, but this guy's talking about change, unquote, getting 3 likes. So this does look to be more of a controversial statement, or more of the controversial feedback in terms of, usually Vivek, the response is usually 70, maybe 80% positive when he does something on the Twitter sphere. This, I'd say, is probably more around 60 to 50% positive statements or agreements with him. So it'll be interesting to see, is this something that he continues to ride home about, so to say? Or does he drop the subject or change his approach to the subject just based on the feedback he's getting here? But, as I always say, time shall tell. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December, so if you click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to give me some feedback and let me know what I could be doing better to improve the quality of the show. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight,